There's something that a few ladies asked me to talk about today.
Go on.
It's something that's been in the news, and I've always said that I think the decision boils down to women.
What, the
you
role
mentioned
and
about
thingy?
you mentioned about women being protected, and I said it's important that us men do protect women. Very important because, especially looking in our community, they look to us.
Yeah.
And I always say that instead of having some kind of an opinion on things, I would say that we should defend them before anything else. Now, we've had this whole debate that's happened in America with the whole pro-life, pro-choice thing.
Yeah.
And I think to say that a lot of us men, I'm pretty sure that none of us are virgins in. I think we've all had some form of naked exercise at some point. And I say to myself, I'm pro-choice, okay? And the reason why I'm pro-choice is because I feel that the decision boils down to the woman ultimately. Yeah. Because I believe, as much as it annoys me that we say that as men we get trapped, and I always say that, it's a sad situation when you let your man them inside of her and you've left the decision down to her. Unfortunately, we're big men now. And I say to myself, if we're still making these mad decisions now, can we really say we're being trapped? Can we really say any of that? And I know some men are going to get onto me and be like, what's this brother talking about? But I think that there should be a certain point in time where only the man and the woman should have a say in this decision. I don't know why men are making decisions on women. It baffles me. But at the same time, are we going to sit here and say that if we got a woman pregnant and she didn't want to have the child, that we're going to just say, do whatever you want to do? Can we be honest and say, we're all men here? I know I've thrown everyone under the bus right now, including myself.
I feel like you can have disagreements. Do you know what I'm saying? You can maybe feel like you can have a difference in opinion on the matter, but you have to understand, ultimately, I think she has to have the last say. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately,
and that's it.
And I think the problem is...
It's not your body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As long as people are willing to hear each other out and try and understand that person's point of view. Now we just live in an opinionated society because everyone's trying to fight to be seen in some way or another. And with social media, it's even more important to be seen. And the way to be seen is sharing your opinion. So that's why opinions have become so valuable and such a divisive tool to separate people, to, you know what I'm saying? Okay, if my opinion goes viral, boom, I'm seen. You know what I'm saying? So that's ultimately what we all want. So in those situations, I feel like as long as it's not a thing of you're just racing to have your opinion heard over this, it's like, okay, let me understand her point of view. She's trying to understand yours. And then, ultimately she'll probably have the last say because... I've gone...
I should have screenshot today based on what you just said. So this morning, a decision got made, and because based on that, in Ohio, there was a 10-year-old who got pregnant. And due to that rule now, she can't get the baby aborted. So the 10-year-old doesn't want the baby. But
I think my issues with all these things is that we always go to the most heinous scenarios to why it should be allowed when it should just be, I don't want to. Because sometimes we'll talk about incest, we'll talk about paedophilia, we'll talk about rape.
It's decision.
I just don't want to. And I don't think any woman should have to be forced to continue something and be a host that is draining life source from her. Whether you like it or not, it's her body. If she decides at one point, I no longer want to continue this journey, I don't know why everyone else has an opinion on this. However, this is where I'm going to throw the caveat in.
Here you go.
I do believe there should be a point when a decision should be stated that, okay, this fetus, this zygote, whatever it is, can actually survive outside of this
I feel like
host.
that's what...
Because there are dates and times when you can't have an abortion anymore. And I believe that those things should be put in place because if this fetus can survive outside of the womb, in my opinion, I believe that this life should be allowed to continue. But if this fetus cannot continue outside of this womb, then this is just my opinion. Because I don't think that abortion should be used as contraception. Does that make sense? However, I'm going to repeat and say, it's got nothing to do with you. It's between the man and the woman. That's it. And if the woman decides that she wants to terminate the child, no problem. If she decides that she wants to keep the child, no problem. And all those lot that keep talking about adoption, how many of you adopted?
Real talk.
No. All you people that say, just put it up for adoption. Have you actually seen the care homes and the care system? How many kids have you adopted? How many? How many have you fostered? Because everyone always talks about people with money. Oh, give to charity. Have you given your £2?
Real talk, man.
Because someone might say to you, it's a nice, very nice watch there, very nice kettle, sir. How much have you given to charity?
No, it's got to be a 10% thing. Like 10% isn't even mine. It don't belong to me. Do you know what I'm saying? It's got to be. That's how life is.
Do you give to charity?
you told us to stop giving to charity in previous
He was waiting for the question. He was waiting for the question.
Hey, Obi, you see that? Hey, I could pull that up on TikTok. I could pull that up on TikTok right now.
You know what's funny is that usually, you know what? Usually you don't have to spin because there's someone that's taller than you today.
That video got 401,000 views.
Which one?
Oh,
The charity one.
Yeah, the stop giving. 401,000 views.
There.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That was one of the biggest ones on TikTok.
You know
right?
what? I don't give to charity anymore, and I've told why I don't give to charity because I don't believe that money is actually given proportionally to where it needs to go.
Admin work.
I'd rather just give the money directly to somebody.
Yeah.
You know, like,
100%.
you know, if I see a guy that's bald, I'd rather just meet him and say,
Sorry, that's sorry, wait.
Yo. Is this one, man?
That's
the.
control, innit? Is a factor in his decision. It's unfortunate, but it's true because everyone knows. I think it's safe to say there's certain times you've been in a situation where you're like, Raj, you know what? If that happens, then boy, it's whatever, innit? I just, you know. And then there's certain situations where it's like, oh my days, it's the end of the world. It's happened. You get me? Wait.
these are your views. These are the views.
You need to clarify what you're talking about.
These are the views of him on the Choose on this podcast.
Speak for yourself. Every man here should talk for themselves.
Hear me out.
Hey,
I'm saying-
Manny,
Let me see this glass. Is this?
I'm saying certain man who.
Keep bro.
Wow.
Pardon?
Oh, pardon.
All I'm saying is that we diss the younger lot a lot. For instance, there are some people where their nieces are the same age. No, they're
As their sister.
as their sisters. So basically, like, you know, the mums had them, and all of a sudden they moved on, had another
Something's
child.
happened.
Because we're irresponsible.
Yeah.
And we just the younger lot, kick them out of their homes for being 17 and 18, getting unwanted kids. Yet we're doing it ourselves.
Yeah, that's.
And it's bad. Nothing changes.
That's madness.
And that's why I say, as much as we can complain about all this stuff, ultimately, for me anyway, the decision boils down to the woman. If us men can't be wise enough to decide that, you know, I'm strapping up here and I'm not strapping up there, then that's our own. Whether you like or not, we're wise enough now to know this.
Ultimately,
We can't
that's
keep
what
playing
that's
this
what
game
it
of being
comes down
trapped.
to, bro.
Unless even if a woman says to
we're
you,
too old for it.
I'm on contraception. It's for you once again to say I'm still using my own.
Yeah.
It's your own choice.
It's your choice, bro.
It's your own choice.
And this is what I was saying about
Oh, sorry.
the quality control thing.
Quality, yeah.
Because certain men, they don't want to practice quality control. And when they find themselves in that situation, because they didn't practice quality, I'm like, the looks I'm getting.
I'm not saying anything in it.
Keep on digging. Keep on borrowing. Hey, keep on digging. Keep on digging.
Me, I heard it one time.
I'm using my cup as a cover.
You
Go
feel
on.
me? Keep on digging.
But like, because I'm saying certain men, because they're not using wisdom, they're making extremely bad decisions.